Good evening, one and all. Behold, for I am getting into the mood for some medieval pleasures this evening. So, anyway, we are in week 2 of our quest for the Holy Grail of medieval musical instruments. We began the tournament last week with 16 instruments, and we whittled them down to 8. This week we shall be whittling them down to 4, the final 4 for the next and hopefully the last week, week 3 next week. But in any case, at least tonight we shall be doing more of the community theater and the commentary and slide exploration of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Last week, the realm of England was quivering with the sound of 3 Americans doing some pretty dodgy British accents. And this week it'll be pretty much the same. But in any case, if I can zoom in on you a bit, bring my beak to bear here, I have to give myself a bit of stealth here, because I'm not going to be able to wear this thing for long. Got stuff to do. For example, we need to introduce this gentleman right here.
Good evening.
Hello there, Mike Gorley.
Good evening.
I still got this mask on. I don't know how long it's going to last. But at least it keeps me a safe distance from the monitor so I don't fry my eyes.
That's a good thing.
So anyway, we are going to move along here. Enough of the slapstick, because we only got through 3 scenes of the movie. This week we only have 8 instruments, so that'll make it a little bit easier, but we gotta keep things going. So here's another panelist that will be helping us with our adventure this evening, Mr. Adam Gray. Lover of cats.
Hi there. Hello. Thank you for including that clip from my vacation video.
Who
Well,
doesn't love cats?
Yeah, we're all cat people here.
yeah,
That's
especially like that. Man, a cluster. So anyway, sir, I know we're all feeling like, yeah, it's a Sunday and we don't know what to expect. And in fact, one thing that you got to know to expect is that green room takes a little bit of time after Mr. Brown Alliance. So our third panelist will be joining us as soon as possible. In the meantime, we can be looking at our standings here.
Let's go to the big board.
Yes, the Excel spreadsheet. And I am doing that. I am going to have to take off this mask.
Please, for everyone's sake.
Yeah, it reminds everybody of COVID, right? All right. So, are you seeing our Excel sheet on the screen, gentlemen?
No.
No.
My audio animation still doesn't work. It's weird.
Well, you know what? I know why, and it was my fault. I didn't actually do it in the software. I have it up on my screen right now, but because it is sharing it, but it's sharing it to no one.
Well, that's not nice.
What?
No.
That's not sharing.
Yeah, and then I have to do it this way. Okay. There we go. The first time you actually have to tell it to go on screen. Sorry, folks, still a little bit of teething issues. We are still in wave.video. Our old friend StreamYard made it difficult for us to kind of stick with it, so we're exploring other options.
R.I.P. StreamYard.
Although StreamYard certainly was not without its glitches either. It's just I kind of knew the glitches a little bit better, that's all.
Yeah, the devil that you know.
Yeah. So anyway, what we have this evening is we have 4 sets of head-to-head competition. The first set is the lute against the sackbutt. And for anyone that wasn't here last week, no, that is not a made-up name. The sackbutt or sagbutt or sajabute
She was on Battlestar Galactica, I believe. Katie Sackbutt. Is that her name?
Oh, no.
Let's move on.
Okay. Well, and then we have the crwth, an Irish instrument going up against, which might be Scotland's favorite, bagpipes. The Irish and the Scottish are going to have a bit of a brawl there, although there were bagpipes in Spain as well, and probably crwth throughout the rest of the Celtic world, because after all, the Celts did kind of come from the steppes of Russia by way of Bulgaria, I believe, or Romania, excuse me. And then we do have, and they pretty much spread throughout Europe. And then we have the donbra from Mongolia against the zither from, I'm not sure where, Middle Eastern parts, not clearly defined, but made its way to Europe and is a very popular instrument if you like to tune lots of strings. And then finally, the fourth matchup is the hurdy-gurdy. Although there was related instruments throughout Europe, it's normally associated with Ireland again. So Ireland has a good chance to make it to the semifinals, I guess you call those. And we'll see how the hurdy-gurdy does with the organ. So anyway, we're going to do one of these sets of instruments, and then we'll do some scenes from the movie and as well as other things. And we'll come back periodically and we'll put up polls and see how they compete. But first, we are going to look at the lute and the sajabute, I guess you could call it, or the sagbutt, and we might actually get some other terms for it. So, while I am calling up another window to share, does anybody want to share any information? How do you feel after Friday night on B-sides, Adam?
Generally, I don't feel anything through most of Saturday. This morning, the wife requested that we go to Costco, which we have not been members of before. But I think I'll recover from Costco faster than I recover from B-sides. It was overstimulating. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess what you got to do if you want to get into YouTube's good graces on your channel, you may want to put up shopping hauls. Those things are really popular on YouTube for some reason.
I feel like I would be absolutely embarrassed if anyone knew what it was that we consume here in this house. That might not be the best way to keep my audience. And but I am always trying to appease YouTube. That's pretty much what I wake up every day wanting to do. They're good.
It's a challenge. Well, anyway, folks, here we go. We're going to hear Greensleeves again. No, it was not the only song from the medieval period, but remember, so much of what was written in the medieval period was lost over time. Much of the written music was sacred music of the church, and, a lot of that's still preserved today. But the songs, they had to be written down at some point, and most of the popular and folk music was not written down, but there were some, and especially towards the later Middle Ages. It is composed by Anonymous, because while there are some legends and so forth, it's not really clearly known who composed this song. But now we're going to hear the lovely lute perform it, and And after we hear a little bit, I will at least mention the artist because the links are in the description. I believe he goes by Eric Blue Deer, but he does have a full name as well. An excellent lutist and a very popular channel. So, if you haven't checked him out yet, link is in the description. I think we'll pause it right there. So anyway, any thoughts or feelings, gentlemen, about the lute?
That is probably the most classic lute tune that there is.
Yeah.
It is a lovely instrument. I have no bad feelings about the lute whatsoever.
No, and in fact, sorry, I'm taking my mask off now. Finally, there's enough of that crap.
Face reveal moment.
Yeah, strong
very
contender
wide
last
neck.
week.
So not
Yes,
easy
it
play.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Long fingers for this.
I zoomed in on it. This one actually, unlike the one we saw last week, 1, 2, 3. Oh boy,
Looks like it's still 11.
yeah. And so, no, I think last week it was 4 courses of strings, a total of 8. So, they did, grow in string numbers as time went on, like many things.
Well,
And
11 is what the oud has.
yeah,
So it's the
so,
precursor to the oud.
mm-hmm. And the one we saw last week may have been fashioned off of an older model, but as you see, fretted and doubled strings for more resonance and a very decorative resonant chamber there with the tone holes in the head. So anyway, we are going to try not to be too wordy about everything this week. As we do move forward here, I am going to call up its competition, the sagabute or sackbutt or sagbutt. I think we'll just say sackbutt to eliminate confusion, but just for everybody to know,
It's okay to giggle.
the guy there you see on screen is named, well, he goes by Dan, not Eric, I'm sorry, Dan Blue Deer, and that's also the name of his channel, and there's a lot of great music on the channel. So,
sackbutt.
Here we go. He was correcting me. So let's rewind all the way.
Sackbutt, sackabush, sackbush, shagbolt.
None of those got better with time.
Wow, it just keeps getting more
I
interesting.
kind of like shagbolt.
Yeah.
That was my name in
Some of the
college.
names.
Shagbolt.
He shags, he bolts.
Aha!
Given to this 15th century instrument, which we today call the sackbutt.
Yes, that's just barely medieval. The 15th century, the 1400s. Musicologists referred about 1450 being the beginning of the Renaissance. So just barely a medieval instrument.
The name sackbutt really is to just differentiate between a period instrument used for period performance and the modern day trombone used in the symphony orchestra of today.
Ah.
So I'm often asked, why do we use this curious, peculiar name, The sackbutt. Well, we think it comes from an old French name given to an instrument, the trompette sackbutte.
But instead of calling it that, they call it sackbutt. Is it
I
too
like
hard
either
to
one.
pronounce?
I think it's fine.
I don't know who came up with shagbolt.
And it is in two parts. The word sacca means to pull, and butte means to push. So it's actually an instrument describing the action of pulling and pushing, as opposed to a natural trumpet, which is just a fixed set of pipe, which just uses a harmonic series.
Yes, we looked up last week and found that there weren't really valve trumpets until the early 19th century. So the trumpets during the medieval period didn't have valves. This was the closest thing they could get, like chromatic notes, even though they didn't really use those. They used a number of modes at that time. And, the trumpets were limited to pretty much playing harmonic notes from the harmonic overtone series that are reminiscent of like almost bugle calls, because that you could play those notes with just changing your lip tension. But the trombone, or its predecessor, the sackbutt, basically was still not easy because you could play pitches doing that with lip tension, but also have a slide to move, and you had to be pretty accurate if you wanted to be in tune with other instruments.
I can vouch for that. I was a very poor trombone player.
This instrument has a slide which can give me many different notes at many different pitches with perfect tuning. So you can see we can get all the intervals in between the semitones, the microtones, and this is very useful when we're working with choirs that use mean tone temperament and all the other various temperaments. So let's look in greater detail.
Okay, I think we'll end right there because I don't know that we need to watch the whole presentation. But let's see if we get a little more playing before we end. What he played earlier was kind of like almost, it felt a little jazzy to me. So I guess when you got a trombone in your hand, sometimes you just want to swing.
Yeah, baby.
The sackbutt was
What?
used.
I
Baby.
successfully found the last two notes of whatever he's playing. Oh, green
Sad
screen.
trombone is sad.
Green screen. Look at this.
Monty Verdi used many sackbutts in his pieces.
Oh, but that's Baroque. Well,
He used
whatever.
5
At least
in
let's get
Orfeo,
something in here.
and he used 3 sackbutts in his amazing piece, The Vespers of 1610. I'm going to give you a little sample from his sonata, which is placed among the Vespers, really to just show off the instruments that he was using.
Okay, we'll end it there. Otherwise, we're going to be taking entirely too long. But I mean, I would have to say what it has going for it is it really did um, probably at that time sound pretty advanced, and it was already pre-ready for when they were exploring the usage of more notes than what they originally were in the medieval period. And I just wanted to look up here in tournament to give credit where credit's due. It is a link. There is a link in the description, and this is the Orchestra of the Age of Enlightenment. That channel is where I found this video. So I am going to sneak on back to Yeah, hopefully. There we go. To hear. And so what we're going to do is put up the competition in the poll on the channel there. So people in the chat will be able to vote between the sackbutt and the lute. And I still see no Ming the Merciless joining us just yet.
That backstage area at Mr. Brown's is a bit like psychic quicksand, so he'll be along, I'm sure.
Okay. I'm not worried about it. Plus, he might be getting a bite to eat before.
How dare he?
And I'm going to the YouTube thing right now. I'm trying to play this video, not the other one. All right, there we go. So I am going to make a poll. And I don't know, you guys could discuss amongst yourselves as I try to do this.
So, Adam, you said you played trombone. Is that correct?
I took 1 year of band in grade school, yes, and trombone was foisted on me.
Well, my question is, because I don't play any brass instruments, but I do play the Native American flute. So is that vibrato similar to the Native American flute, that it's coming from the diaphragm?
It's all in the lips, honestly.
Oh, lips,
just
on
like
that
a trumpet. Yeah, it's all mouth position.
All right.
So you're doing a noise into it.
Ah, if I could do that, I'd play a didgeridoo.
That's how I met my wife.
Ah, say no more. Say no more.
Was she in the band front? Those flag twirlers. Yep. So anyway, the poll is up, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we shall be able to go to scene 4 from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, because there is no community theater there, so we don't need Emperor Goodwin just yet for that. See, strategies.
Strategery.
Yeah.
He wants to make the grand entrance.
He always does.
Yes.
Well, now here we go. We left off last time where actually it was a grand exit, where Arthur basically found out that he wasn't going to get the names of, the king in the castle there, because he ran into a bunch of peasants that were actually part of an autonomous collective. And unfortunately, that autonomous collective did not advance their prospects too much, because they were still pretty much in the field toiling with feces. But at least they didn't have a king making them do it. I'm going to do my quick vote here in the poll. And I'll leave this up until we end this scene, and we'll see how things go. Oh, what's that? What's that? I think it's time for a little bit of this. Behold, we have an emperor here.
I have arrived, finally.
Hail Ming.
Hail Ming.
Hail.
Just in time for a ride through the forest. So, King Arthur and Patsy left the shall we say, the field dwellers alone to continue to salvage as much feces as they could. And they
lovely filth over here.
There was. It actually looked pretty rich. Great for the garden. So anyway, they're riding through prancing through the forest. And then we see some shots of weaponry, and they're prancing through the forest. That looks beautiful. What a beautiful scenery.
Mm-hmm.
And then some more close-up combat. and then riding through the forest, and more close-up combat, I believe, there. And we see just the outlines of somebody. And as we go further, we see there is indeed a battle going on between these two warriors.
A legendary battle.
And, well, almost as legendary as the one that would start after this. And there we go. We some pretty nice moves there. Too bad we can't see it. It'd be too much of the film. But King Arthur observes, looks on, and sees the valor.
He's moved, as am I.
Yes. Look at that. Look at that. But you know what? We are going to hear some of this in a moment. Because it would be just bad of me not to share with our audience some semblance of this epic battle. Oh my goodness. And then at some point we see the Dark Knight there preparing. Or is it the Black Knight? I think it's the Dark Knight.
It's a Black Knight, I believe.
Oh, okay, the Black Knight. I didn't know he was black. But anyway,
Why is it gotta be a Black Knight?
He throws a sword, and boom! Right there is our audio cue. So let me get that ready. We are going to go here to share a little bit of something with our audience. Share screen, and then we go to the tab. Now it'll be quicker after this because all these tabs will stay open. And we are on this audio track. Now, I assume I have to do the same thing I did last time and actually pull this up where it looks the same, but this one is actually going to play. And what you heard right there is what we see before us. A very accurate throw of the sword through that tiny, narrow slit in the helmet.
It actually sounded like me trying to dig through my utensils tray in the kitchen, trying to find that damn spatula.
I hope it didn't end like that.
It's me trying to navigate Costco this morning. Oh.
You're a brave man, Adam.
I only do it because I love her. Not my
I hear you.
Well, and other places tend to be a little bit more pricey. It's hard these days, man. Well, anyway, here the Black Knight is now prying the sword out of the head of this gentleman that he just defeated. And Arthur says, "Oh, that's very good. He's at least, thorough." So he rides over to him, dismounts, and speaks to him, and asks him to join his court at Camelot. We don't even know why at this point he wants him to join his court at Camelot, but I guess that's what happens when you decide you're going to be king. You want to get all the knights around and have them basically be.
He's got some skill with that sword.
Yeah, I mean, he's demonstrated he's no slouch. This is exactly the kind of guy you want to have around.
Yeah. So King Arthur works on him, but at first he doesn't say anything. But well, yeah, he says that for a while, nothing. And then King Arthur eventually decides, okay, I'm going to move on here. This guy's just not interested. And, but no, none shall pass. That's the response. You cannot go through here. And, yeah. He's asking.
True, Tolkien was actually inspired by, the Holy Grail.
Maybe.
Clearly stole Gandalf's lines.
Well, that was "You shall not pass." This is "None shall pass."
Well, I mean, he didn't want to get into copyright infringement, but
Okay,
it's
okay.
very clearly.
It's a tribute.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
they wanted to make T-shirts.
Mhm.
So anyway, and then we get into a fight that's quite similar, and I didn't want to record this one because it was quite similar. Although in this one, I believe it's the Black Knight repeated this call of fierce animal instinct called "Hi-ya!"
Exactly.
With just
As
about
one
every
does.
swing. That was a "Hi-ya" moment right there. And as you see, this was well choreographed.
Beautiful.
I mean, I think Shad actually uses this choreography a lot when he talks about
When he
classic.
teaches his
Oh yeah,
classes?
Shadiversity.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shadiversity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a good yeller too. Oh, the bonk to the head. That was a good one. Patsy's just staying out of trouble there. Yep. And I got way too many slides here, but I was excited. Whoa! Oh, look at that.
He's been
Oh.
disarmed.
Yes.
Well, at least one of them. And Patsy's like, oh. But I don't know because I think this is where he said it's just a flesh wound.
It is.
He's like, but your bloody arm's off. And he's like, no, it isn't. He says, well, what's that then?
It'll buff right out.
Yeah.
I was, I had to be selective about what we do with our community theater. I didn't want to wear out your voices, but we will have some acting coming up shortly, folks. But anyway, a lot of people could repeat this verbatim, but I don't think we will. Trying to summarize.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. But anyway, the fight goes on, and wouldn't you know, excellent angle of a shot there. Very realistic.
Yeah, it's. I'm surprised this didn't get an X rating for all of this gore and realistic violence.
Lots of squirting happened right after that.
Well, those are usually the other X movies I watch.
Yep. And King Arthur's like, he's finally fully disarmed. And he prays to his Lord and thanks his Savior.
Ha!
But he's a little bit interrupted by a foot to the head.
Premature prayer. It happens to all of us at one time or another.
Excellent dance work here. Great footwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's like flash dance. Although this predated flash dance. Well, no, he's not going to dance too well anymore because, all right.
I think he's about to join the Australian breakdancing team.
Yeah. I mean, a bit more animated, but
he's still not giving up. You are indeed brave, Sir Knight, but the fight is mine. What are you going to do? Bleed on me? So there goes the last leg. Oh, I wonder how they did that.
CG had to be early CG.
Wires.
Yeah,
It's all digital now.
Yeah.
Yep, 70s digital. Oh, and then, wow, that's an excellent shot right there. Yeah, well, the Black Knight still wasn't giving up, but he wouldn't be able to chase after Arthur, so Arthur ran away and escaped with his life. Otherwise, he would have had his legs bitten off.
Exactly.
Which is what the Black Knight said. So there we go. Thank you for that wonderful scene. We will have some acting coming up. I just didn't want to wear out the voices of our folks here. Let me just make sure I clear this up.
I'm saving myself.
That's what I tell my
Using
wife.
the lemon and honey spritz to keep the voice.
Yeah.
Me. You do that. And so I'll remove what we do not need anymore.
Oh, well, then I'll be leaving.
Oh, no, you're greatly needed.
Oh, damn.
Yo soy no necesito.
Who is that girl?
I think that's necesario.
Yeah.
You said I need,
Oh, really?
which is almost a Neil Diamond song.
No necesito? Really? All
That
right.
means I don't need. Oh no, I don't need. You are.
Yeah.
You don't need.
You can see how public school treated me.
That's all right. Let's not get too. Oh, I saw red there. Someone actually sent a chat to me. Oh, it was my wife saying, "Original music by the way." What? What the hell is she talking about?
Oh, it was my entrance.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That was from the Sanctuary album. All right, folks. So let's see here. The poll is going to be ending right now. And it's where it was when we stopped.
Oh.
Yeah, no one needed much time there. 82 to 18. Looks like the sackbutt has been butt sacked.
Sacked.
Yep.
As funny as it is.
Yeah, you can only get so far on name alone.
Yep. So the lute moves on. I can't say that I'm surprised there. So the lute will be in next round of the final four. Now, will the lute be playing the or the bagpipes? And that's something we're going to find out now. Of course, I need to go back to my window here, and we're going to call up. We're going to see the sackbutt here to say goodbye, and we will move along to the next contender, which is going to be the crwth, presented this week by a different person. This is someone by the name of Captain Gurdy.
Ahoy mateys and welcome back. Today I have a special guest, the Welsh crwth.
Welsh? Uh-oh.
Hey!
They stole it from the Irish.
It's not very talkative. Anyways, the Welsh crwth is going to stand my reckless and cruel, full, unbiased review. So, how did I even buy Welsh crwth? Well, simply, I was looking for a target harper.
Okay, this, if anybody wants to see this in its entirety, they can do so by going to the gentleman's channel link in the description. I think Captain Gurdy is worth checking out. Seems very intriguing, but we're going to skip ahead to hearing the instrument. And we did kind of a lot of discussion on it last week, single courses of strings, about 3, I think, that are played, and then 1 or 2 that resonate. Although this one doesn't seem to have as many strings as what
that one looks like a 3-string. It's got 1 drone and 2 playable.
Okay, so this is even less strings. Well, I guess the Irish were a little wealthier than the Welsh. So anyway, let's hear it.
So, nice and loud.
Oh, I guess I didn't select the best spot there. Let's go a little bit before that.
No problem with that. Even though, if you ask...
Still describing.
Yeah, the problem was that I have a thing on my screen right in the middle of the... you don't see it, but it's the thing to release the share is right in the middle, and I can't click on the timeline where I would like to. Let's see here. Maybe I could do this. No, it doesn't shrink it down. I can't zoom out. Oh, you bastard. I can move it. Oh, I moved it. There we go.
I'm just hoping that Jill will give me a conjugating visit.
Out of bounds.
Wait a minute. Jill? What?
Anti-derivative Jill there in the chat.
Oh, thank you for joining us, anti-derivative Jill. We'll try not to derive too much.
Played like this traditionally, but it's the hell really you end up doing this, and
he doesn't sound Welsh.
No.
But anyway,
it's terrible.
Yes, definitely the one we saw last week had more strings.
Yeah.
But I'm still feeling, this has a strong sound to it. It projects.
It is strong. I'm wondering if this is an accurate uh, period depiction of this instrument, because it appears very homemade, and I
Well,
absolutely don't know.
obviously, I don't think many survive from the
Well, of
Middle
course,
Ages.
but
Mostly people are trying to design them as they were designed. And crwth was one of the instruments during the Middle Ages, but obviously it went on afterwards as well. So who knows? It may be a little bit fashioned after something a little more modern than the original. It would be hard to really tell, although I would say this looks rather crude. So
Oh yeah, the difference is this one looks like it actually has a resonating chamber
mhm.
that got a
Uh-huh.
veneer over the top, and then obviously it's using a electric pickup on it to be able
Mm-hmm.
to play it. But the prior one, I think when we saw it, it just looked like holes in wood, not proper resonance chamber on it.
Well, do yourselves a favor, our lovely audience. When you get a chance, do check out Earworms 15, last week's episode, where we saw these instruments before, as well as 8 others in our round of 16. And we do go in more depth in that episode as an introduction to the instruments. But I guess anytime you're making lap fiddles, it's going to be up to you what you make. Um, the electric pickup aside,
Well, yeah, no,
this could have been made in the
obviously
Middle Ages.
that, but I'm just as far as the form factor, the sort of square top strikes me as a little odd, but okay.
It just may
Well,
be a regional difference too.
Yeah.
It's a Welsh one, so
well, we could say that maybe the squares weren't exactly accurate, because it was, obviously not band saws and so forth. But they had to make doors and gates and things that had fairly parallel sides and stuff. So it was probably possible to make square, rectangular-ish instruments. But they may have made more fancy ones where there actually were curves, because the shape of the actual board itself, I don't think would make a huge difference on the sound.
Moving on.
Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like our chat has frozen again, kind of like last week. I did report it last week, and basically what it means is that the chat feed coming into us here, we won't be able to flash chats up on screen until it starts again, if it starts again. I did report this last week, but they said they found the bug, but it looks like they didn't fix it yet. So I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe next week it'll be time to try Streamlabs. I don't know. I was kind of liking this, but I don't know.
I want my audio animation.
It's too.
It's fine though. If you open up your phone or another tab, it's
Yeah.
playing fine on YouTube. We just can't highlight folks in the chat.
Yes,
But we see you. We see
our
you.
esteemed panelists will call out anything extremely exciting that you say. So please keep on chatting. We're just going to be watching for you. Just won't be able to display it. Okay, unless it starts up again. But anyway, here we go. Whoa, shoot.
Easy now.
Here we go. The bagpipes. Oh, I remember when I was attending what we called a composition forum back at the University of Miami, that they said one week, okay, we're going to have a piece presented by for electric guitar and bagpipes. And they said, okay, be careful. If you do have some earplugs, you may want to use them. And the bagpipes pulled it out and stuff like that. And it's like, and you thought it was going to be the guitar. No, it was the bagpipes that were as loud as balls, because you couldn't do anything about it. Guitar, you could turn down the volume knob. But bagpipes, no, they're just loud. But anyway, this channel is called Galway Early Music, and looks like they have some very interesting stuff there. So go check them out afterwards.
We come now to the last instrument I'll be briefly talking about. It's a kind of instrument which, in a way, is representative almost of the Middle Ages in the imagination of everyone.
I am going to play this a little bit because last week we didn't have any description of the bagpipe outside of what came from us.
And it's, of course, the bagpipes. It's an instrument that can be found in so many different configurations and types and pitches in practically the whole world. In the European Middle Ages, there must also have been plenty of different types of bagpipes. There aren't that many archaeological finds that can be attributed to bagpipes, unfortunately. There is possibly a chanter from the Netherlands that may have belonged originally to a bagpipes, but there isn't that much. On the other hand, we have an enormous amount of iconography.
Now, what he's talking about with the chanter is that would be the section of the bagpipe that you blow through and finger to play. It's not the drone pipe, I believe. Or no, wait a minute. It may be the opposite.
Yeah, you would think the chanter would just be like drone.
No, yeah. The one that you play is basically almost like a sham, which we saw last week, a double reed inside a mouthpiece that you blow into, and or more like a crumhorn, I guess, in that respect. But basically, a double reed instrument that gets blown into, and then the bladder fills, of course, with your air. But you use your arm to squeeze that out to play the drone pipes. And it's really something that requires like regular squeezing to sustain the tone. So anyway, we're going to go on to where he plays it. But, he was talking about where they found, chanters and pieces of bagpipes. And the main thing that tells us more about what they were like was comparing what we had, whenever the historical studies were being done, like maybe from the Renaissance or later years, and then just looking at depictions of them.
Entirely native to northern Italy, then just like now.
Ooh, so northern Italy, as well as Spain, as well as Scotland. Like I said, the Celts got all over Europe.
Dance from the...
And the Romans did have their own types of bagpipes too. I did read that.
King's Songbook, the Chansonnier du Roi, from about 1300.
What on earth?
I mean, if you can train a pig to play a bagpipe, that's impressive.
Okay.
Wow. I have no notes on that. That's
Okay, so we'll leave it at that as we must soldier on.
Can you imagine being his neighbor? He's in
I
an
was just
apartment,
going to
for
say,
God's sake.
he must be a favorite of the neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
I live next to an oboe player, and he was on my list.
And the oboes, not really that bad, but that's
No, it's
true.
pretty mild compared to the bagpipes.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But to get a tone out of the oboe, you do need to put some air behind it. I had to try it for a bit when I was taking an instrumental methods class, and felt like blowing straight into a brick. Not like saxophone, which I'm used to. Okay, so we will. I don't need to put the standings back up. Well, actually, I will, because we'll probably get our vote and put it in, log it. And now we have the crwth against the bagpipe, the Italian bagpipes. And I shouldn't talk like that, I guess. Whatever.
Well, it feels racist, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's
what am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to send myself a super chat accidentally here. Okay. Let's make a poll. So, if you want to keep us from getting dead air, you gentlemen.
well. First, we're going
about
to need a
something.
lathe and the proper length of wood to make a pole.
If I could make a poll whenever I wanted to, I mean,
Yeah, wouldn't need those little blue pills anymore.
I'm
That's,
54, and it's
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
hit and miss these days.
You just got to celebrate when the pole shows up.
Yeah, we all do.
Yes. Yeah.
Poll.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
My
that-
penis.
Yeah. By pole, I mean my penis.
It's a penis joke. I'm old. It's funny. Sorry, children. Sorry.
Okay, the poll is up, chat. Please help
Oh,
us out.
hey.
Barbara, quick.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Do we have our chief shareholder comment people with us this week?
I have not
No,
seen him today.
I haven't seen him today.
No.
He's scarce.
Well, I did.
Hopefully he's getting some sleep, because he definitely is lacking in that department.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
up late last night. Well, early, for him on Circle of Jerks last night. I saw him.
What is the sleep that you talk about?
Well, it's kind of
Yeah.
like a pole. It's intermittent as you get older.
Well, I'm going to leave that up a little bit, and I think we are going to go ahead with this anyway. We do have more movie to get to, but we can't. We gotta stir things up a little bit, and I did prepare a little something. I'm sure he'll be catching us on the back end on the rewind. So
Just for a quick follow-up, my wife did come running into the room.
It's understandable.
I had to apologize because it was a false alarm.
Yes.
oh,
Bad husband.
but that was because she needed to vote, right?
No, he was the boy
yeah.
who cried pole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. False alarm. Oh, it's Inga.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She does. We want to remind folks to please help us out with a like, share, or subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And share it with other folks. Put it on your kids' cell phones.
Is that a Peugeot?
The Datsun, isn't it?
I asked for a
that's not the
Datsun. It's an AI Datsun, which means it's a hybrid of just about everything.
Yeah.
My wife said it was a Jaguar E-type or something like that.
Nah, I mean, if it went to special school, yeah.
It's a brave sedan.
Yeah, it's very French.
Inga likes it. And
Yeah.
so
That's what's important.
if you're watching the what do you call it, the rewind version, the after the live stream, please leave a comment. It does help us with the algorithm, and we are trying to forge our way here on YouTube. We know we'll never get huge, but it would be nice if we move along to better climates. And we were going to take the piss with common people, but I guess someone will have to take the piss on his behalf. And it was going to be a special AI or not AI question just for him. But I guess we'll have to substitute. Is there someone in the chat that...
Well, we'd love to, but we can't actually interact with the chat. So
I've got my phone. I can do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could even go over here and just look. Professor R2, how about that? It's the first one I saw there. Professor R2. So you can be common people tonight. And actually, Professor R2, according to what he's been submitting to Twitter this week, he might actually have some knowledge on this. Professor R2, is this a real dung heap or an AI dung heap?
Well, no one knows dung like our professor.
That's true. Yeah, he is a professor after all.
He had some pictures this week.
Oh, that's right. He did the Jurassic Park meme.
Well, there's a lot of dung on Twitter, regardless.
It's made of dung.
It is.
I don't understand that word he said. Jaguadasu.
Jaguadatsu, yeah.
Oh, no, that was the car.
Yeah.
I thought it was exotic feces that he was talking about there.
Well, I mean, it kind of was.
Sort of.
Yeah.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view.
This may have been the point where he had left just some,
Is this
witty.
nippleish to anyone else? Or
I mean, everything is nippleish to me. At the end of the day.
Yeah, it is.
I'm asking the wrong crowd.
It is certainly giving nipple.
Yeah. Very cold out there in that field.
So Professor RT, you going to be able to help us out with
he may have wandered off.
He may have done that. How about anybody else? What do we say here?
Scott H calls it a real AI dung heap.
Well, you're kind of mixing descriptors there.
Well, I mean, that's the answer you get.
Well, okay. You are correct. It is AI generated by my good old friend, Stable Diffusion.
I am shocked.
I mean, Stable Diffusion. I'm not surprised that Stable Diffusion was able to render dung especially accurately.
Well, we have some other things, and now it's for our panelists to decide.
No,
because we are going into Inga's favorite, and there's her real Dotson.
Indeed.
Beep, beep.
And is this a real peasant, medieval peasant, or AI? I guess we can't say it's a real medieval peasant, but it's just perhaps.
Yeah, there was a problem unless you're showing like a 12th century painting or something.
Well, I'm going to call it AI because the color photography was not invented until the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Well, could this be an actor? That's what I'm saying. Basically, all the questions here: is this AI generated, or was this image created in some other fashion?
From the chat,
is it from some other fashion of?
It's AI.
It's AI.
Okay. Well. Yes, it is.
The depth of field always gives it away.
Yep.
Well, they did kind of get a nice little distance blur there, But anyway, how about this?
That's real.
That's a real photo.
Yeah. I think I met him last week,
man.
Yeah.
Well, the question there is artist creation or AI, because I don't know.
With the stylized stuff, it's harder.
I'm going to go real.
Yeah, I'm going to say a real artist.
No, this was actually AI.
Really?
Yeah.
Not bad. It's hard with the stylized illustration stuff.
Yes, it is. But, those hands were definitely in just the right position to obscure how many fingers there are.
Yeah.
Now, here we go. Now, it doesn't have to be a Disney peasant. But I was looking for peasants, and this was in there. So, I may have.
This is too hard to tell.
I think this is real.
Yeah, if you actually listen to what I said, I gave it away.
Well, did you?
I was looking for peasants, so yes, this was a search result.
Well, that didn't mean anything. We've seen your search result.
Yeah, your search engine may be the problem here.
No, this is real. I read it from the caption and so forth.
But is
where
your
it's
search
from.
engine real?
I don't know where it's from, but because I didn't recognize it, but it is actually an illustration by somebody. Why? Is she just too beautiful?
Her fingers.
What's wrong with your hands?
Well, she's been working in the fields.
She looks like the uranium fields.
Yeah. Her ring finger's growing out of her palm. I don't buy this at all.
How about these two?
I'm going to say AI.
I'm going to say AI also.
You may be correct. The real answer is I don't know. Because this is actually from...
this game is rigged.
Man.
Well, it's
Are
from
you
a web...
real or AI?
It was a web search. It was a search for medieval peasants, and I got a result here that was from historyskill.com. Now, when I went to that page and I saw some of the pictures there, I was like, yeah, I don't know that the lighting and how it falls on the skin, I don't think those are real people.
I don't think they look happy.
Now, is this some artist rendering of a fantasy wench? Or is it an AI wench?
That's not nice. She looks like a nice girl.
Well, it was a pretty good job back then to actually be serving the drink rather than cleaning it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with AI.
Ooh, I heard a modem. It's not on my end. But anyway, I guess you're the only one here. So, yeah, okay. Mike,
I'm here. I was just occupied with this image for a moment.
Well, you got to get yourself. This one's from Night Cafe. You only get a few credits a day to be able to generate things, but if you want to.
Is this the same one that you got those weird fairy pictures from too?
No. This one I just tried.
What are you doing late at night, Lawrence?
Preparing for this show.
Preparing.
That's what they're calling it today.
A little bit of fantasy, eh?
Uh-huh.
Now this might be.
Our chat is back.
It is. Yeah.
In the Wave app.
All right. Thank you, folks.
Great. Good news. Good news.
I think this is real.
I don't know.
I'm on the fence, but I'll say AI.
You are correct, Adam.
It's a very clean peasant. These peasants are all clean.
Well, I didn't. Well,
they don't look dirty at all.
Well, the AI ones, I said, give me a beautiful peasant.
I'll get them dirty. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
The real peasants, we saw them last week in the Holy Grail.
Yeah, like this, I think.
They were being repressed. These people don't look repressed.
I'm going to have to go AI on this one.
Yeah, that's AI.
Yeah, definitely AI.
And if you guys want to try it out, this AI that's been giving us the good ones is called Night Cafe.
Night Cafe.
Yeah, but they send you a lot of emails because they really do want to sell you a plan. I don't know, but I'm not paying for it. So
is it a timeshare?
Cafe.
Here we go.
Coffee.
Adam and Barbara at a Ren fair or AI. This could have been when they were in
AI.
I mean, I've run into those people at Ren fairs before. This
could have been after he gave up trombone and she gave up the flag squad in the marching band. And they went to the Ren fair.
That is some terrible AI, man. My God. That is rough.
So it's not you.
They better go back to playing the sackbutt.
How many chromosomes do you have exactly?
Yes.
I like how he's trying to make muscles there. It looks kind of cool.
You sure that's not a mushroom convention?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That guy's definitely been into the mushrooms.
Oh, you better not get into my mushrooms because I don't want to see that.
Oh my God.
We are talking about the medieval period here, but they aren't medieval fairs. They're called Ren fairs. So
they had mushrooms back then.
And there can definitely be some exotic cosplay there.
AI.
Yeah. That or somebody has some very problematic body positioning issues.
No, this was actually a Google search, and I looked at the caption. This was taken from some Ren fair in the 70s.
That lighting is just awful. Like what?
Well, it was.
Well, I'm more
70s.
looking at like
in
the left
70s,
arm
the
with
cameras
the.
weren't that great.
It was the 70s, and I don't know what they dressing up as, but no, this, for all intents and purposes, it's a. I mean, it
A
was
physical
real
thing
one.
that actually happened to some
Yeah,
poor
it was
people.
even Google search, and I saw like I don't remember it now, but it was the name of the Ren fair. It was in the caption. Some of these, yeah, but it definitely wasn't the best choice if they were trying to promote her.
No, this is not one you want on your brochure.
And here we go. How about these? Are these real
Real.
Ren fair actors?
Yes,
Yeah, they look real.
They are, and they are also from the 70s. I think it was 75, 76, right around the time of our film.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, that's real.
But it's not from the 70s.
The baby stroller might have gave it away.
I like his Playtex living glove. That's
yeah,
nice.
Exactly.
Doing some hazmat work there behind the scenes.
Yeah, I don't think AI could have come up with that one.
No.
Yeah. Painting your hand green was just too much effort.
I'm going to go AI on that one.
At least they're smiling.
I wish they weren't.
Yeah, no doubt.
If only their teeth were aligned with their faces, that would be.
Right.
Her nose is not correct. So, yeah.
Well, his teeth are on a diagonal to his face.
If it's real, we're in trouble. Or they're in trouble.
No, that is AI. So we are winning. The human beings are winning.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's AI. Oh, Jesus. You could have an extra chromosome. You could have an extra chromosome.
Well,
this is rough.
Busy guy? Nope, I guess he's not as busy as he seems. No, that is also AI. And I believe we are just about at the end of our challenge here. Is this AI or Brave Search? A little bit of cheating here. Do you think I made this an AI, or was this a Brave Search result?
I think this is a Brave Search. This is the kind of stupidity I would expect from Brave Search.
I'm just appalled by the cheating.
Is it? He doesn't know. He doesn't remember.
Oh, no, I do. I'm waiting for Adam, but I guess he's...
I'm sorry. I was having a discussion about Costco, our script, whatever.
Okay. Oh, all right.
This is definitely a real cat in a real suit of armor.
Well, that wasn't one of the options.
Oh, what were the options again? I'm sorry. I guess
it's actually a Jedi from the Acolyte. I remember that episode.
Brave Search or AI?
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
I don't know. I've never used either.
Okay.
I mean, they're the same thing. So
I'm voting present.
Well, yeah, Jay sussed it out. It is a Brave Search, and probably AI.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yes, these are the same thing.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to get this off the screen as soon as possible. I think we'll do our third challenge of instruments here. I think we're moving along quite well. Hopefully, Jay, you'll be able to make it. Well, you just leave whenever you need to, but hopefully we'll be able to finish the instruments before you got to go join Gucci Mane.
So who won between the crwth and the bagpipes?
Oh, well, we're going to see right now.
Oh, God.
Yes. Can't move on without a winner.
That's right. I keep forgetting about that aspect of it. I'm just serving up stuff here, man. Oh, the bagpipes, the bagpipes, the bagpipes.
Oh, the pipes are calling, Daddy boy.
Yep. Well, none of these were close, man. I might have done something wrong in that first round that...
I think people just are averse to the word.
Yeah.
Well, and the bagpipes...
Or can't say it.
Bagpipes can really also strike up a mood. Okay, donbra versus zither. Now, last week we had some great donbra playing from our resident donbraist, Mike Gorley. But
I know that guy.
This week we need to
I'm a fan.
share someone else. So first I need to pull up this screen again. Boy, this is like I gotta move things out of the way. And all right, so we're gonna see our bagpiper here for a moment as we proceed to the next instrument.
My neighbor.
Yeah. He wouldn't last long. Now here we go, the donbra. Whoops. Great. Walk right in front of him.
Yeah, what the hell? For God's sakes, we're trying to
Bloody
watch.
tourist.
Yeah, it looks like
We're doing a podcast here.
We're in the Mongolian Starbucks. And some American tourists walk by. But anyway, I mean, I think it's a spirited performance.
Yeah,
Very well-known song, actually.
Is
Really?
And it's entitled. It's called Donbra.
How appropriate.
Yeah, the guy who wrote it gave it a fancy title.
They really went all out with that one.
And I believe he's probably Kazakh.
Mm.
Oh, Kazakhstan or Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
The Donbra is found all throughout Central Asia. I happened to be playing a Mongolian folk song last week, but anyway. But this is a very well-known song.
Yeah, there's something interesting about the instruments that are chosen for certain languages, right? That there's the with this rolling R's and the more sibilant kind of language he's using. It matches up with this better than if you were just singing this in English, right?
Actually,
English,
that's a good point. Yeah.
You have more of the hard gutturals and our good Anglo-Saxon words that are hard. That those match up with different instruments.
Yeah, the synergy between the instrument and the voice. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Well, that's the thing. It's just a lot of things sound better in languages we don't understand. But especially like here, you just imagine the strumming and the style of singing. It's kind of hard to say, I'm riding a horse very fast.
No, I know what this
song. Yeah, but no, it's more it's not, again, it's not the words. It's the tonal sound of a language. If you hear in English, everybody fakes Italian or French, right? And there's this kind of musicality to it that is contained, right? And so the different languages have entirely different sounds to them. We don't use clicks, despite the fact that they're prevalent in African languages.
So we don't roll our R's.
Right. Yeah. We don't roll the R's, right? We and it's in Midwest has more of a nasal sound, than even East Coast.
Hey.
Right. That's
probably Russian here.
Yeah, and I think that many times the instruments that people choose are in many ways mimicking the human voice in ways. And so you get different like tunings or different instruments get preferred because of their their compatibility with the language that people speak in an area.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned the horse, because, and it's been a while since I played this song. I actually was taught this song, and there is actually a video out of men riding horses in this song. But anyway, the right hand style of strumming is mimicking a gallop.
Oh yeah,
it's like a 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and
clip clop.
The way it's done is more or less, because it's a very percussive instrument.
Wow.
So, but it actually is mimicking.
Yeah, the same way that the blues.
sound.
Yeah, the blues is constantly recreating the sound of the train.
Yes.
Or people working in the fields or things like that, right?
Right.
It's the what you know culturally and linguistically gets reflected in your music.
Well, I don't need to speak Russian to know that this song is about she took his truck and left.
Yes, that goes without saying.
Horse. She took his horse and left.
Horse.
Same thing.
Well, the gentleman's name. The gentleman's name.
He has the donbra.
Yeah.
He took everything and left him with nothing but his donbra.
Okay. I don't know if sometimes with Mike it's hard to tell if he's serious or not.
Oh, that's clearly what it's about. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't pick up that from the energy.
All right. Yeah. Well, this is Senai or Senai or Senai EPEC, but the link's in the description. Please check it out. I mean,
all joking aside, I enjoyed this piece very much.
Yeah, well, and the voice. The voice is great, but don't let that influence you. We're judging the donbra. Is there any difference between this donbra and yours, Mike? And I guess this will be our last point on this.
Well, he's got some fancier markings on his.
Yeah.
But that's very familiar Kazakh donbra.
Okay. All righty.
By the way, one is hat.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we have the donbra in the competition there, and next is the zither. Now, this week, you're going to find out here. Let me turn that down. It plays it as soon as I select it. Okay, there we go. But this week we're going to have a different performer. His name's Rolf. And the last name is Loth. Patricia, I guess we'll see if she joins in. I didn't notice her, but she does speak about it later. But in any case, it's playing the zither. Last week we did Etienne de la Volx, and it was hard to find someone else, but I was able to find someone else because there's not many zither players in existence today. In fact, in this video, Rolf says it's probably less than 100. Great camera move there. But anyway, different design than what we saw last week a little bit.
That's beautiful.
And
nice playing too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so overwhelmed trying to figure out what's happening in this video. I'm not shocked that there's only 100 players left in the world. This is
and
Too
this
many
is
damn strings to change.
let me
yeah.
go back here
Well,
because here, I just want to go back to the other angle if we can, because this. Oh, I was moving ahead right there. You see, this is almost looks like frets here.
Well, they
Yeah.
are frets.
Yeah. And the thing is, the one we saw last week, I don't believe had that.
Mm.
Yeah, this one's like a guitar harp.
Yeah, this is what a
Right, because you got the fretboard that you can be more precise at playing with the ping rings or whatever. Then the rest of it's like harp, where it's just the length of the string.
Looks like
on its own.
sculpted frets too.
Yeah,
And that's how he's able to do umpas, like outlining chords and so forth. And so, do we want to hear a little? Maybe we'll hear a little bit of a discussion here.
this instrument. And
Well, it's called
producer?
It's called the zither, zither, and it has 42 strings. And the keyboard plays the melody, and then the chords here, and then the bass, and then the contrabass.
jeez.
So that's how we play it, and it's tuned in fifths. So it goes like.
How many people play right now? In Germany or?
I don't think you can get 100.
100. It's a very rare instrument right now.
Yeah, it is. It's only maybe a handful in Canada that play.
Yeah, he's from Germany. His wife's in Canada, and so they go between the two countries. At least that's what I was able to derive from the speaking there.
Well, no joking. I really do appreciate seeing people keeping traditional art alive, and
Yeah.
this is pretty wonderful.
yep.
Absolutely.
And when I was hearing it, I don't know, I could definitely just be thrown off by something, but I was feeling like this Eastern Mediterranean feel, like a Greek music feel.
I mean, there's a lot of German to it.
I was going to say
Yeah,
I had
the
more of
umpa.
a Germanic feel to it.
Yeah.
It's just we're used to hearing that on a brass band.
Yeah, I don't
Is
need
it,
no damn tuba and sousaphone. I'll just do it on my zither.
There you go.
What part of Germany is it instrument?
Oh, this comes from Nuremberg.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Previously famous for their instruments, now famous for other things.
Yeah.
The one that made it is dead already. He died a few years ago, and I have 3 more at home.
Wow, he's got a stockpile.
One is a really old one; it's over 100 years old.
He's clearly a
Also
master.
made in Germany, and then I have one
that's a
that's
beautiful
made
one.
in Austria in '69. So
God, the carving is
Yeah.
beautiful.
I
On that.
play mostly this one here, and the very old one. I took that one to Ecuador and to Germany. It's a smaller one that fits into the backpack, and that's a good sound too.
Well, I think we need to move onward, but definitely I have links to all these videos in the description, folks, so you could check them out and play them in their entirety and show the channels a little bit of love. Although this isn't his channel, it's the interviewer's channel.
Right.
But you can find the video there. So that was our 2 for right now. So I am going to go back here. And every time I go back to our page where I can move things around, it's dark at first.
You have a bit of lag with the software.
I don't know. It was just dark.
Yeah.
And then there goes. I have to share screen again. I think I hit the wrong thing. But that would be user error. All right. So we go to Window, and there we need our thingy bob up there. So let us go to the voting. I'm going to make the poll. And there we go. Oh, it's not showing it? Oh, that's right. I got to do that. There we go.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a tough pick. Honestly,
I should really throw myself off and try Streamlabs. No.
Those guys both sold their instruments to me equally well. So that's a tough pick. I think I'm just more charmed by the zither player. I don't know. This is tough.
Yeah.
Okay. And this week I'm spelling donbra correctly. I had an N instead of an M last week.
I wouldn't know the difference, to be honest. Yeah, this is a tough call.
Although Mike says donbra, so
I'm gonna try not to be influenced by the charm of that old man.
Yeah. Well, or the smooth hat of the donbra player,
right? So, and all those handsome men behind him watching.
Exactly.
It was kind of compelling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I voted. I get a little sticker on my shirt.
All right. Yeah.
All right. I voted. Tough race, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough decision, but I guess we can let it go just a little bit. Let me see what scene we have coming up next. Maybe we won't do the whole set of slides here. How are you for time, Jay?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. I am trying to be efficient, unlike usual. Well, I do always try, but I don't.
Yeah, you're a good trier.
Succeed. Yeah. Try. Okay. All right. We're going to go here to slides. And now we're going to begin with scene 5. So King Arthur had to run away before he got nibbled to death.
Bravely ran away.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another one in the film that does a little bit of brave running away. And then we see this. We see a monk chanting. Does anybody remember?
I did not watch The Acolyte, so I'm not.
Yeah, this is obviously a Sith cosplayer.
Dies runamine dona eis requiem. I should have started higher. And then, yes, percussion instruments utilized here by this church on the head. And they continue chanting and continue to inflict self-punishment as is required by the Lord.
I do this every Friday night. It's a bit of a ritual.
Yes, it's called B-Sides.
Yeah.
Link in the description for B-roll stage, folks, if you'd like to see some great suffering. Now,
flagellation.
Yeah, self-flagellation very much in vogue on B-Sides.
Hey, I know that guy.
That's a nice side there. Well, these people are arranging something. They're running down the medieval street, being careful to dodge all the feces there. And you see they're really upset about something. They're yelling, and they're running over to this gentleman who is attempting to see if a swallow could carry a coconut.
Not an actual swallow, but a pigeon playing a swallow, which is
okay.
Good. Yeah.
Well, I didn't think it was, whoops.
And AI.
They had AI back then? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go. So anyway, he's on the stage because he's somebody important. Community theater scene 5.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Now,
hold on to your butts.
Now, here's the thing.
We have too many parts.
We do have Bedivere, and then we have some, how are they described? Peasants?
The crowd?
The crowd.
Villager 1, 2, 3. We have crowd.
We're going to need a much bigger stream for this. My goodness.
We'll have to upgrade our plan.
Yeah.
And I'll be moving the slides along, so I guess you guys will have to be
Oh, sure, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Well,
it.
and there is one line delivered by the maybe witch. And
So we've got to delegate here.
Oh, God help us.
Yeah, you strike me as management material.
What?
He's a scientist.
I mean, I managed to get here. That was about it.
So yeah, somebody's got to be in charge here because this is a lot of parts.
I'll be a witch.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Michael, do the witch. We're all going to do the crowd together. I'll take Bedamir.
Okay.
Psyche, you sure you don't want to get on mic?
I don't think she set it up.
We got 3 villagers.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay, so from top to bottom, Mike, you're villager 1, I'll be villager 2, and Jay is villager 3.
All right.
God, is that enough parts?
Sure. And then I have to be Arthur down there.
So can we.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm villager 3 and Arthur.
Okay. All right.
And crowd.
We're all crowd. Let's shoot this fucker.
Okay. So you guys just go. I think that begins right here. Is Bedamir or
Oh no, we start with the crowd.
Okay.
Yep.
She's a witch.
A witch! A witch! A witch! We've got a witch! A witch!
We have found a witch. Might we burn her?
Burn her! How do you know she's a witch? She looks like one. Bring her forward.
Oh, there she
I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch.
But you're dressed as one.
They dressed me up like this.
No, we didn't.
No.
And this isn't my nose. It's a false one.
Well,
we did do the nose.
The nose?
Well, and the hat. But she is a witch.
Burn her! Witch! Did you dress her up like this?
No.
Yes.
A bit.
She has got a wart.
What makes you think she is a witch?
Well, she turned me into a newt.
A newt?
I got better.
Oops.
Burn her anyway!
Burn her!
Quiet. There are ways of telling whether she is a witch.
Are there? What are they?
Tell me, what do you do with witches? Burn!
Burn them up!
And what do you burn apart from witches?
More witches.
Wood! So why do witches burn?
Because they're made of wood.
Good!
Oh,
Yeah. So how do we tell whether she is made of wood?
Build a bridge out of her.
Ah, but can you not also build bridges out of stone? Oh, yeah. Does wood sink in water?
No.
It floats.
Throw her into the pond.
The pond!
Pond.
What also floats in water?
Red.
Apples!
Very small rocks.
Cider.
Great gravy!
Cherries.
Mud!
Churches.
Lead!
A duck.
Ooh. Exactly. So, logically...
If she weighs the same as a duck, she's made of wood.
And therefore...
A witch!
A witch! We shall use my larger scales. Right, remove the supports. Whoop, creak.
Oh, a witch!
A witch!
It's a fair cop.
Burn her!
Burn her!
Not bad, guys. Not bad.
And that's where it ends. Yeah, I'm the one that sucks with the slides. All right, there we go. We got through it, and one of the more famous scenes. And then we get they take her away, and unfortunately, I guess they're going to burn her. And then King Arthur comes and he asks him, "Who are you that are so wise in the ways of science?" And he says, "I am Arthur, King of all England, the royal sovereign," and all that stuff. And anyway, Bedivere says, "My liege," and he knights him and declares him part of the Round Table. And that's when our story progresses with the book. They find other knights like
Michael Palin.
yes.
Oh no, wait, that's not Michael Palin.
No, that's Sir Lancelot. That's John Cleese.
John
That's
Cleese.
John Cleese.
And
Where's
then
Michael Palin.
there we go. Yeah, Sir Galahad the Unfortunate, as we'll learn. And
Title.
Sir Robin the Brave.
They're not quite so brave as Lancelot,
And what is that?
who had nearly fought the Dragon of Angor, who nearly stood up to the vicious chicken of Bristol,
Nearly.
and who had personally wet himself at the Battle of Badon Hill.
Bravely.
And
So
then
not
they-
appearing in this film.
That was... So anyway,
Together, they formed a band whose names and deeds were to be retold throughout the centuries.
unfortunately, a furry hand kind of crept into the frame there.
Inga.
So anyway, they are now moving along the road, talking, about science, riding their horses, and what do they come upon here? But this castle, and I think we're going to do this after one more of our competitions. Yes, I think we will come right back to this because this one is a bit of a heavy one. This one is a bit deep. Very deep indeed. So let me check the chat and see how this ended up. Oh, looks like the zither pretty soundly won, but I think it is the impressiveness of the instrument, and perhaps
the player was charming.
Yes,
I can't claim I'm not biased. That gentleman is charming.
You indeed.
He's a nice fellow.
I think so.
Okay, so zither's in, and now the last one: the hurdy-gurdy versus the organ. Oh dear.
Oh boy.
And
some choices will have to be made.
I mean, I am a Donovan fan, but
I am trying to get back here. There we go. And what I need to do is pull up our tab again, and it is not the Black Knight fighting in the forest. And
it's Donovan. Oh no.
Oh.
He's a witch.
Burn him! Burn him!
Burn him!
Aww. You thought he was so sweet before. So anyway, anyway, here we go. Now this is another. I mean, a lot of these are hobbyists, and this is a channel where you hear the description by the lady filming, who I believe is the wife of this gentleman who built her a hurdy-gurdy.
Wow. And
she will be the one to learn it, though, but he is the one that made it. And there we go. So we're going to hear this one being played.
David has completed Vincent, our hurdy-gurdy. We're going to get a fellow in town named Mario to take a look at it because he's knows about these instruments. So David's going to show you the different aspects of this instrument. After this, I'm going to be learning how to play this. So I'll have to add this into my busy day somehow. I'm hoping by the summer that I'm going to know a few tunes. So go ahead, David.
Well, I don't know any tunes either, but the basic operation is you have a wheel. There's lots of demonstrations on hurdy-gurdy on the internet.
Yeah, but just so you know, that's like a wheel there, almost like the type of wheel that's used to cut a cast, basically. a disc in there that spins and vibrates the strings.
There's the wheel. I used acrylic. The wheel turns, vibrates the string. And this is like a fretboard. You can put more than one string on. Fine tune if you want to. These are drones. They just make a constant sound. Another one here. And they really change the sound though of these chanters here. What do we got here? Without it. Bend the strings. This one here is a dog. Vibrates. The reason it vibrates is because you turn the wheel a little faster.
Sorry, I'm shaking. I'm getting up here.
Pulls the string up a bit, which makes this vibrate. As you turn the wheel faster, it makes it pull up.
So that gives your song rhythm.
Yeah. If only I knew how to play it.
So there we go, folks.
That is stunning.
Yeah.
To build that from scratch blows my mind.
What's wrong is somebody thought of this.
Yeah, that's again the idea that the speed in which you turn the wheel gives it this rhythmic component because of the vibrations, and that again you see them when he's playing it well, where it's hard grind, slow grind, or whatever, and you get this kind of percussive string feel to it. It's really impressive.
Wow, I'm speechless. Like, I'm blown away by this. What a wonderful thing to build.
Well, last week we saw a little bit of organistrum, which is a related instrument, and earlier. This is a bit more of a compact version of that one person could play. And but still very impressive. And the drone strings, oh man.
Yeah, and I'm with Archer again. The too many times people think of humans in the past as being dumb or somewhat limited or whatever.
Rude.
We've been awfully creative for a long time, and the level of understanding of the complexity of sound that you want from this, and the effort that goes into making this it's really impressive.
Yeah, I've brought it up before, but it is baffling to me looking at photography and cinema from 100, 150 years ago that people did this like while they were still riding horses in cities.
Right.
It blows my freaking mind.
One thing that might have inspired it is like if there was rope and pulley systems, just hearing the ropes going through the pulleys might have inspired someone to say, just turning on a string or something like that.
Yeah, the old stand lathe, where you're pedaling it, with the rubber string, right?
Yes.
Before you had the flywheels and all that,
or a spinning wheel or a grinding wheel or something like that. Yeah. I'm very impressed. Very impressed.
In last week's episode, we had someone who did more of a performance, but I like this one this week because it got more of a view of it. And let me just at least point this out. Once again, links are in the description, but this is from the channel name is kind of cool. Might want to check it out. It's called Caddy Lady. And so with a K, Caddy Lady. And so that link's in the description, so you could probably follow up and see if she ever did learn the hurdy-gurdy and make her husband's work worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm with Archer again. I mean, the everybody, the idea of the modern is somehow that you're more intelligent or whatever. Understand how old the Antikythera device is, and their understanding of the stars and time, and
After quite some
it is ludicrously impressive.
Yeah, it really is. And yeah, they may not have had the conveniences that we have today, but they were no less intelligent.
Right.
Well, look at some of the Indian instruments as well, which go back to medieval times too. We always think of Europe, but a lot of the Indian instruments are unbelievable.
Oh
yeah. Again, humans have been humans for a good long time, and we have always been coming up with really innovative ways. Given we may have limitations of technology, but we always have kind of these visions of things that are greater than what we're doing today, and come up with these very novel solutions.
Well, they were high tech for their time.
Well, again, go build a pyramid. Let me know how it works out for you.
Yeah. No one can build a pyramid today with the same tolerances even with satellites and lasers. We can't get them that accurate. So
well, we pissed off the aliens. What can I say?
That's a different episode, but yes, I am happy to get down with that with you, Mike. Absolutely happy to do that.
It may be coming. We'll see. But the man.
As long as I don't get turned into a newt first.
We're gonna
a newt.
A newt.
We're gonna move on to the organ. Now, I said I was going to be selecting different videos this week, and I did, but it still happened to somehow be the same person. Catalina Vicens and her organetto. Because it's a small organ, but in the medieval period, they had small organs like this. They got a little bigger that, you would stand and work the bellows, or one person would and the other one would play it, but they began small. And so I don't know why
size does not matter.
I don't know why I went with her again, but in this one, I don't know. There is still a good shot for the hurdy-gurdy, because I think she over tries a little bit there and there.
Let's do it.
Well, here we go. I'm going to move ahead to see if we could find a better shot of the instrument.
I think this is a pretty good shot of it.
I would say, which instrument are you trying to zoom in on?
What a lovely woman.
I think she's trying a little hard there, but I still left it in because I was like,
I appreciate effort.
Oh.
Well, folks can definitely check it out after the stream, but it looks like, nope, we're front on the whole time.
Yep.
No side view of the instrument. So basically, in the previous video, you were able to see the pipes like horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's more of like levers being pushed than like piano keys, and the bellows to the side, obviously is something you need to keep pushing and pulling, because both would cycle air through. And there we go. Fairly straightforward. Each pipe, its length would dictate the sound it makes, and the cut angle in the pipe is what splits the air stream. Just imagine a little sliver at the end of the pipe, and the air going across that sliver creates a split air stream, just like blowing over a bottle that creates the sound of that pipe, and its length gives you pitch. So I don't know, folks.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a portable version of what my my great grandparents had with pump organs.
What is a pump organ?
It's so you have a key bed and it's looks especially like an upright piano, but there are two pedals that you have to pump.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And provides the air for the organ.
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, it was a separate person because there were organs like that too, where someone would just keep squeezing the bellows while the organist played. So anyway, I know she's working hard for her fame there, maybe a little too much, but
she appears to be enjoying this greatly.
She's very into it.
Yeah,
I am also enjoying her enthusiasm.
All righty, folks.
Marked.
Well, sorry, folks. Going to have to take her off screen here. But, if you want to make a living as an organist, you got to try and...
Well, you work that organ. You got to work that organ.
Yeah, you got the church gig, but sometimes you got to go a little beyond.
Yep.
All right. It's voting time.
Yeah, organ versus hurdy-gurdy. We'll see what the thoughts of our chat are today. Oh, wait a minute. Did we finish the other one?
You haven't closed it, but your winner is entered there.
Yeah.
It was the zither, so we need to start a new poll.
And I will be doing such a thing. One of these days I might get good at this. What do we call this? The hurdy-gurdy versus the organ. It looks like next week will hopefully be our final week. I believe it will. I'm going to make it be our final week on this. And what we're going to be able to do is do a lot of the film. We're going to do one more set here, but I know Jay has the Gucci Man.
No, I'm actually I'm working chat for that one, so I can hang.
Oh, you're moderating? Okay.
Yeah, I'll just be modding.
Okay, we got organ versus hurdy-gurdy. I reversed the order, but it's easy to still vote. You don't vote by order.
These quarterfinals, these semifinals are rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. What is that? Interesting chat there. Oh, that was the results. I thought someone typed that.
That is interesting.
Who typed it?
Again, trying to de-bias myself from the presentation.
Oh yeah.
Whoo-wee.
We are voting for the instruments, folks.
Oh, there's so many organ jokes.
But well, without it, there wouldn't have been a Hammond B3. Well.
All right, chat, put your votes in.
All right. Now, should we...
Oh, Mike, no, come back.
What happened, Mike?
We've lost Mike.
Oh. To send out a St. Bernard with some scotch on his neck.
Well, send it to me first.
There'll be nothing left.
Oh, the St. Bernard will be left.
So you're not Haitian?
No. Oh, but I am willing to learn.
Hey, whoa, hey, out of bounds.
Well,
I mean, I watched The Patriot. Dog is a fine meal.
It will keep you alive.
No, the cats were the unfortunate victims there.
There were several
weird ducks and geese and
videos going around. Yeah, park geese, and I saw cats, I saw dogs, and I turned off Twitter.
Well, the mayor said it didn't happen.
And if you can't trust the mayor of Springfield, folks,
who can you trust?
What have the Simpsons taught us?
Yes.
I think Mike came back, and I think our poll's pretty much over here. So I think we'll be able to close this out and get on with our Grail quest. Yes, the hurdy-gurdy. We have a fine chat. They're not persuaded by cleavage.
Well, I mean,
all right.
They are, but
yeah, I mean, I would.
They're willing to set that aside for certain things.
Yeah,
this is for science.
Yeah.
Well, we could try to contact Catalina Vicens and ask her if she's ever played the hurdy-gurdy.
I mean, if it was hurdy-gurdy versus cleavage, I think we all know who'd win.
Yeah, there's a clear winner there.
Yeah. No.
Not that the hurdy-gurdy doesn't have a romantic sound.
No.
Okay, so next week will be our final week where basically these final 4 will become 2 and then 1. And that will be next week. So thank you folks for helping us there. And now, if you can all gather around and send us positive thoughts, because now it's time for us to approach this castle where I have a feeling we might find some French people. And that can be a bit of a challenge.
The French.
The French.
And so anyway, Arthur approaches the castle, and I believe, oh, wait a minute. Or is that, wait a minute. No.
What's happening?
What?
I think I know what it is. They approached, is this Camelot? I thought this was the French castle. That might be Camelot. Funny how they look the same. Perhaps it was a budget problem.
I think this is the French castle.
No, it's Camelot.
Oh, jeez. Technical difficulties, folks.
And, well, just so you know, it's only a model right there. When I saw Patsy do that, I was like, okay, that's it. It's only a model. So we're going to run through Camelot because it's a rather silly place. Where the knights of the round. And so there's lots of dancing and singing, and the knights are running around. We can't play the music, folks, because it was definitely on one of their albums. And so it's copyright, and probably the sound recording is owned by Sony or somebody. And oh, look at that.
One of the 2 media companies.
Yeah. Well, they're all conglomerized.
Yeah. Apparently it's happening in the gaming world too. Microsoft's just buying up everybody.
And the clapping prisoner. And I didn't know they took prisoners in Camelot. But I certainly got a lot of screenshots here because I was feeling the rhythm, stepping on a cat. Not good.
Sure.
Oh, Mike. Oh, I got to bring Mike up on stage. He came back. Yeah, he's back.
Mike, go into the light, Mike.
Go, dude. Yes.
I thought it would just put him back on stage, but no.
All welcome in the light.
And yeah.
Wow, Lawrence gave birth to Mike.
He's been reborn.
I squeezed him out. All righty.
I turned into a newt.
I knew.
He got better.
I have no idea what happened, but here I am.
Internets.
But I do have a question, because when the song ends, there is one line here. I have to push the Premalot or Premalot.
Pramalot.
Oh, the pram.
The Pramalot. Yes.
He has to push the Pramalot, and we did see one
Jay's
in the Renaissance photos.
That line.
The Renaissance Fair photos had a pram in it.
It did, yeah.
Oh my God. It's
Inception.
Like
and there we go. The chorus line ends it off. Okay, so anyway, they decide not to go there because it's a silly place. So they are riding onward. And, oh, yes. So that's the end of that pack of slides. Very good. Good. We are moving along nicely.
People moving on up.
I think they went to spam a lot.
Spam a lot.
The Vikings. The Vikings are coming. Slide. All right, let's see here. I opened the wrong thing. I guess I'll never get good at this.
Oh, hell.
Sounds like you guys are hitting the mini bar.
Mini?
That was me.
That's all right. I could use one myself. Let's see
There
here.
are many bars, but this one is mine.
Sorry, no alcohol. Sparkling ice.
Sparkling ice?
Yeah, man. 0 sugar with vitamins.
I'll plead a fifth.
That still sounds good.
I'll drink a fifth.
It's peach nectarine.
Told you I went to Costco.
Well, anyway.
Oh
No! We launched straight into community theater. Oh my goodness!
Back just in time.
Oh, the humanity.
Well, let's go for it. We are
I'm
surging along. We might actually
calling Galahad because I don't remember the scene, so I'm calling Galahad.
I don't remember it either, but
there's God and there's
I think Mike needs to be God.
What?
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I guess what is the first line? It looks like we're at it.
God is calling. Yes.
Yes. Are we ready?
Do it.
So I should proceed to God.
Yes, you should proceed to God.
Okay, there we
We
go.
all will eventually.
Arthur, King of the Britons. Oh, don't grovel. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people groveling.
Sorry.
And don't apologize. Every time I try to talk to someone, it's sorry this and forgive me that, and I'm not worthy. What are you doing now?
I'm averting my eyes, O Lord.
Well, don't. It's like those miserable psalms. They're so depressing. Now knock it off.
Yes, Lord.
Right. Arthur, King of the Britons, your knights of the Round Table shall have a task to make them an example in these dark times.
Good idea, O Lord.
Of course it's a good idea. Behold, Arthur, this is the Holy Grail. Look well, Arthur, for it is your sacred task to seek this Grail. That is your purpose, Arthur, the quest for the Holy Grail.
A blessing.
A blessing from the Lord. God be praised.
And that's when this starts. Pretty interesting. We thought we had the opening theme, but then, I don't know. I guess it was just a celebration by Terry Gilliam, the cartoonist, to maybe I should say the animationist or something. There we go.
Mighty fine animation, too.
What trumpets?
And then the angel flying upward into the skies. And more angels, this time playing the horns differently. And it brings us to the quest of the Holy Grail, the second title, I guess. And they're riding along.
Clip, clop, clip, clop.
Oh, yeah. Through the valley. Oh, and I think we do see there to the left, yeah, I believe that is a cat being splashed in the water there, right?
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I think they went to Springfield. All right. And then we are riding on along. Whoa.
Whoa.
And
are we at the French castle?
We are at the French castle, and that's where I have an audio clip, believe it or not. Though I don't know that it's really worth it. Really, it's just him playing that note on the trumpet, and it just goes. So I don't think I'm going to call up the clip just for that. Really? Should I? I don't know. Let's see.
Oh God, you've gone to audio clip 2 now.
Well, we've gone backwards.
Yeah.
We're regressing.
Then I shall.
Whoops. We can't do that yet. That's coming. That's coming. Looks like we don't have the clip I was looking for. So anyway, we can't let the cat out of the bag. Maybe someone hasn't seen this yet.
Spoilers.
All right. So anyway, we don't hear the. Yeah, I got to stop doing that. All right. So now we're on Community Theater 08.
Oh God.
Felt we got to do this scene because
God.
There's nothing more magnificent than this. We have Arthur.
Jay played Arthur already, so I'll take the guard. Who else do we have?
Jay played Arthur already. Okay, that means he's doing it again.
Yes.
I thought you were rotating.
No. It's not
I'll play the guard.
No, he's already established.
At least me, Galahad.
You'll be Galahad, and you'll be anybody else.
Other guards laughing.
Other guards, yes.
Is there any?
All right.
Oh, there is an other guards.
There
is.
So you'll have to split yourself a little bit. So anyway, does it begin with Arthur's line? I believe that's
indeed.
what we're at.
We have a clop.
Clop. They begin.
Yep.
Halt! Hello!
Hello.
Who is this?
It is King Arthur, and these are the knights of the Round Table. Whose castle is this?
This is the castle of our master Ruiz de la Rampa.
Go and tell your master that we have been charged by God with a sacred quest. If he will give us food and shelter for the night, he can join us in our quest for the Holy Grail.
Well, I'll ask him, but I don't think he'll be very keen. He's already got one, you see.
What?
He says they've already got one.
Are you sure he's got one?
Oh, yes. It's very nice. I told him we already got one.
Well, can we come up and have a look?
Of course not. You are English types.
Well, what are you then?
I'm French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent, you silly king?
What are you doing in England?
Mind your own business.
If you will not show us the Grail, we shall take your castle by force.
You don't frighten us, English pig dogs. Go and boil your bottoms, sons of a silly person. I blow my nose at you, so-called Arthur King. You and all your silly English kniggets.
What a strange person.
Now look here, my good man.
I don't want to talk to you no more, you empty-handed animal food trough whopper. I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Is there someone else we could talk to?
No. Now go away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
Now this is your last chance. I've been more than reasonable.
What?
Vegetables?
Moo.
If you do not agree to my commands, then I shall...
Twong!
Oh, I guess we get to see this in person. Well, not in person. On video.
We almost made it through that.
Live on videotape.
We almost did a great job. I kind of got off a little bit.
Far.
Yeah, but we got to see here what actually happened. This is a moment that I think will go down in infamy, or whatever that word is.
Then I shall. Jesus Christ!
I have to keep it short. We don't want to turn into,
You're okay under 5 seconds.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why we kept it short. But afterwards, it's like he's just patting his hands on the parapet. They're just going.
The parapet.
And I have decided that this is such a great moment. It will be part of our collection in the future, so that if I ever need to punctuate a moment,
Then I shall.
we will keep that.
Gives me great joy.
Uh-huh. So anyway, let us go back here and see what happens after that. That is our video moment. And, well, I got a few slides here just to try and see how they did that. How did they work that special effect in?
Well, that's clearly CGI.
I mean, it's a real cow, obviously, but
Yeah.
Everything else is CG.
Yeah, he's having a good old time up there, and they decide, well, we're not going to stand for this. And they charge the castle. Funny how they charge the side of a castle where there is no door or anything. They have no ladders. But I don't know. Looks like they're going
This
to
is
come under.
the last place they would expect them to charge.
Yeah. They're going to come under some heavy fire, though. As you see there.
Run away!
The flying ones aren't as effective, but
More of a
as
long-range
you see,
weapon.
they basically get rained on by barnyard animals, domestic animals of all types. It was hard getting slides of them because I guess they they didn't want clear imagery of whatever they were
Well,
throwing
they're being
over
launched
the
at
top.
high velocity, so
Yeah.
it's a lot of motion blur.
It was hard to get good captures of these. And I think they avoided using real animals. So.
Oh no, that's clearly a cow.
Definitely not a fake cow.
No.
Well, anyway, I think Patsy died there.
Huh.
And then they get taunted, adding insult to injury. There we go.
We have an audio clip?
Yes, we do have an audio clip. So let me call that up. Getting fairly good at this, I think. No, I shouldn't say that. I'll jinx myself. Clips. So you do see the French soldier right there, right? And now we're on audio 3, I believe.
4.
Audio 4.
See, 3 was supposed to be before. That's the trumpet.
Oh,
we did.
Right.
Oh, we get to hear what just happened. We don't get to see it, but we get to hear it.
I think that's a real chicken.
It actually sounds like my bachelor party.
Whoever did sound design for this probably did win an award at the end of the year. Probably a Golden Globe.
As well they should.
And they thanked the Hollywood Foreign Press. So anyway, that's the end of those. And we have a decision to make here, gentlemen. Do we press onward? I think we should at least press onward with the next stack. Whether we do the stack after that will depend on how much your spirits have been worn down.
Let's do another round of slides and let's hold off on the theater.
Hold off on. I don't think we have theater in the next round of slides. So
I don't know, but all I know is that you still have additional scenes that you've sent us.
Oh yeah, I know. We are going to stop at some point. I sent everything just to be prepared.
Yes, that's generally how that happened. We thought we'd stop at the end. That was the most pleasant place.
Okay, so anyway, our valiant knights of the Round Table are hiding behind a hill and planning their next action. And basically, the plan is we're going to build a large wooden, well, they didn't actually say it. The audience doesn't get to know. They just see this. Open landscape. The French guy on top listening to sounds in the forest, looking around the forest, and he hears all these sounds of construction going on. Wondering what's going on here.
They're probably building an apartment complex to drive down the property values.
But the head movements and the helmet are just wonderful. And then we see here in the forest, rolling out of the forest. He's listening to what's going on, rolling out of the forest. And then finally he does this big head move.
In no way melodramatic.
Yeah. Looks like a nice wooden rabbit there. And he decides to just slap his helmet like that. And the rabbit's making its way up there as they push it ahead. They just leave it there in front of the castle, run away, and then observe what happens. One French soldier, multiple French soldiers. They see the rabbit, and they decided, oui, let's go. And they sneak on out. It's almost like a chorus line. And they decide, okay, let's take the rabbit in. And then the plan is that at night, Lancelot, Bedivere, and Galahad will jump out of the rabbit and take the French by surprise.
As one does.
Yeah, but who? And he says Bedivere. I mean, no, he says Lancelot, Galahad, and I. And then they suddenly realize that they're not in the rabbit.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
And then what we would expect from the French, to send that rabbit flying.
I like it.
Yep. I tried to get as many. I wanted to try and animate it, basically, is what I did. All right. So anyway, and then we cut here to a famous historian that tells the story of what's happening. And I think, Jay, could you do us the honors?
A famous historian.
Yeah. And yeah, well, he speaks about how the knights were basically totally taken by surprise at the castle. But then I guess he got taken by surprise here.
Whoa.
By a knight that wanders by. His wife was behind the camera. She's upset. She's wondering what's going on. Okay. I think what we're going to do is do one more. We're going to do one more without drama, because I notice we do have scene 10 here. So 10 is on its own. And if we see any drama come up, we'll just not do it. But anyway, scene 10, here we go. Soldiering onward. So that way next week we just have 11 through the end. The Tale of Sir Robin. And no, there actually is some really short community theater here, but I don't know. We'll see what you guys say.
There is?
Yep. There we are.
Short?
Now, Sir Robin is riding through the woods with minstrels. He seems to be the only one that has minstrels. And now, this being about medieval music, I really wanted to play this section. But I could not because, copyright being what it is on YouTube. There's no way I'd be able to get away with it. It being an actual song and from the soundtrack and on the album and all that. But, I wanted to at least share some of it. And so that's why we have an audio cue right there. Audio 5.
Oh, my.
Ta-da!
Ooh.
And so we can behold a little taste of it. I believe, let me see. I'm trying to see which one is which here. Oh, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. This is where the historian died. And here we go. This is our last audio clip, so I can pull up the current one. Now, I wanted to play the song, but I can't. So I did the next best thing, where we won't hear the music at all, because that would trigger copyright. And instead, I believe this is audio 6?
4.
4.
4 is the last one.
I thought we did 5 already.
Right.
Okay,
this is audio 4, yes.
Yeah, 4 is the last one. Okay.
Yes.
And we are on 5.
Bravely bold Sir Robin rode forth from Camelot. He was not afraid to die, O brave Sir Robin. He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. He was not in the least bit scared to be mashed into a pulp, or to have his eyes gouged out and his elbows broken. To have his kneecaps split, and his body burned away, and his limbs all hacked and mangled, brave Sir Robin. His head smashed in and his heart cut out, and his liver removed and his bowels unplugged, and his nostrils ripped and his bottom burned off, and his penis.
And that's where it ends, because Robin says, would you please stop now?
What a dramatic reading. That is fantastic.
Compelling.
That's why we do community theater, folks.
I think I know who's going to be taking my place on the next stream.
Oh boy.
Well, there we go. And he senses something's afoot. And there we go. There is actually, if you look in the background, Dennis and woman are basically crossing paths with them, and there, I think you could see them just off in the distance on the left. They were still arguing, but anyway,
good.
There we go, and
Seems
he
to be a larger
approaches.
problem here.
Yes, this guy, and I think we could squeeze one little community theater out of this.
Oh God, no.
Well, all right, but I don't know this.
So at least we could end it at around number 7. I mean, it is, after all, on the thumbnail. Had the Black Knight on last week's thumbnail, but we didn't get there. This week we have the three-headed knight on the thumbnail. It'd be nice to end with the three-headed knight, and I don't think just going yada 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 will just quite cut it off. Now, there are 3 heads.
There sure are.
Maybe someone could do all 3 of them. I don't know. Or
that's kind
all
of
3.
Oh God, yeah,
That's
you
a
gotta
lot.
try and keep track of the hell you're doing.
Okay, all right. So how about head 1 is also Robin, and there's one brief line by his minstrel that says, "To fight." I guess I could even do that.
Well, there's 2 minstrel lines.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Made just for you.
Yes.
I don't even know. I don't know this part. What accent is this? Is this Cockney? Is this, what is this?
It's pretty much
whatever the hell it needs to be.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take left head then. All right.
I'll be middle head.
I guess I'll be right head.
Indeed.
Mike's got the right head.
I got the right head.
And you said left head also has to be Robin?
No.
It doesn't have to be, but someone's got to be.
Mike will be Robin.
Unless
Mike.
you pre-feed me as. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So I'm the right head and Robin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the minstrel, what is the second line?
Well, the first line is, "He is brave Sir Robin." Brave Sir Robin.
Yeah, and then 2 fight.
Brave
All right,
Sir
I'll
Robin,
do that.
brave
I'll do
Sir
that.
Robin.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Halt!
Oh,
Who art
Wow.
thou? Well played.
Line.
He is brave Sir Robin.
Robin.
Brave Sir Robin.
Sir
Who-
Robin.
Robin is so brave.
Shut
Robin.
up. Nobody really. I'm just passing through.
What do you want?
To fight and
Shut up. Nothing really. I just to pass through, good Sir Knight.
I'm afraid not.
Not. Well, actually, I'm a Knight of the Round Table.
You're a
You're
knight, of the round table.
I am.
In that case, I shall have to kill you.
Shall I?
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, what do I think?
I think kill him.
Well, let's be nice to him.
Oh, shut up.
Perhaps.
And you.
Oh, quick, get that sword out. I want to cut his head off.
Oh, cut your own head off.
Yes, do us all a favor.
What?
Yapping all the time.
You're lucky. You're not next to him.
What do you mean?
You snore.
Oh, I don't. Anyway, you've got bad breath.
Well, it's only because you don't brush my teeth.
Oh, stop bitching and let's go have tea.
All right. We'll kill him first and then have tea and biscuits.
Yes.
Oh, but not the biscuits.
All right. Not biscuits, but let's kill him anyway.
Right.
He buggered off.
So he has. He's scurpered.
And then we have the running away of Sir Robin. Audio,
Brave Sir Robin, brave
and this
man
is
away.
how we are going to conclude this evening's festivities. Oh, not with the historian again. Yep. We are going to hear.
We've already heard audio 5.
No, this is audio 6, I believe.
No, that says audio 5.
This is AO5.
There may have been a mistake in post-production.
Brave Sir Robin ran away bravely, ran away when danger reared its ugly head. He bravely turned his tail and fled. Yes, brave Sir Robin turned about and gallantly he chickened out, bravely taking to his feet he beat a very brave retreat, bravest of the brave Sir Robin.
Once more with enthusiasm.
I did not.
You have to pay extra for enthusiasm.
I think yes, and that enthusiasm has worn off on me as well. I think we're going to put this one out of its misery tonight. Next week, we shall do the final rounds of the instruments, and we'll do a little more Monty Python. I think next week we'll have to do a little more drinking beforehand. That's the only thing that'll save us.
I'm on board with that.
Those responsible for this evening's entertainment have been sacked.
And then we'll have to go after those who are responsible for the sacking of those who were supposed to be sacked. All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining this evening. And just a reminder, next Friday, B-Sides at the usual time.
That's right.
That is 6 p.m. Pacific.
Correct.
And
we'll watch a movie and we'll make it funny.
Let's
not go that far. So let's come on now.
Okay. There are links.
It may not
in the
be a movie, but it will be funny.
Oh.
If you go to the YouTube link, make sure you have the Rumble link in another tab, just so that in case you need to get to that.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, and both are in the description. And Jay, what are you doing? Well, you have something with someone called Gooch.
Not tonight. So Gooch, the late night with the Gooch, will be on in another hour or so. I'll be modding because we're rotating our panel.
Okay.
So I'm on deck and will be smiting mightily with my wrench.
All right, and so next week you'll be with him, so we'll probably be able to move quicker and everything.
Entirely possible.
Sure.
Okay. Well, actually, this week was pretty quick. That's probably why I wasn't feeling it. I was just like moving so quick. All right. So, any other announcements? Other things you're doing this week?
Myself, I will be on Total Recall Wednesday, and we're going to give our recall of Dreamscape with Dennis Quaid.
Ooh.
Yes, we will remember it for you so that you don't have to. Total Recall, everyone.
That's the punchline. So, I guess no other announcements. I know that Professor R2, who came by our chat, is doing Tuesday and Thursday night
Price of Reason.
a live stream with Price of
Night
Reason.
Owl. Yes.
But if you look for that, it's Price of Reason Live. It's a live channel.
Live.
All right, and thank you, Mike, for joining us again. I think we'll do one more week, and you're definitely, I think you're pretty much anytime you want to stop by, that would be great. Well,
thanks for having me.
I think you're definitely a valuable asset, but I know some weeks you may not be able to make it, but some weeks that you can and add some input, especially on string instruments, it's wonderful. And
I try to make every week. Sometimes I have to catch reruns.
All right. Well, audience, as you probably noticed, we're turning into AI voices, and we're going to speak in monotones if we don't stop now. So, farewell.
Adam, bravely ran away.
Everyone.
I love
56. We are now leaving the air.